Ethan, what's your numero 2?
Tuno? My numero tuno?
We're all just clicking over here. Click,
David,
click.
I've watched a thing. This
Ooh,
thing I have
a
watched.
thing?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Les Misérables.
Ooh, the musical?
No, this actually has nothing to do with... Well, nothing to do with. It is not an adaptation of a Victor Hugo novel. It's Gone. Gone is Jean Valjean and his loaf of bread. Enter Issa and a lion cub.
Wow.
This is a kind of interesting picture. So this was France's pick for Best International Feature over Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which I don't agree with. But that aside, this is a really, really good film. It kind of tells the story of 3 different cops. One that's, new to the area and, sitting in kind of learning the ropes. 2 that have been there a while and, they know, like, the community, but the community might not like them or respect them in a lot of regards. And you kind of see how wonderfully woven this community is. There's a lot of moving parts to it, but they all move in accordance to other things. But it doesn't come off complicated in ways that easily can. It is very seamless in its kind of scope. And throughout it, you kind of see those like tensions rise and fall. Some actions and their like severe consequences, and some that don't have consequences. And one of the things that is really interesting about Les Misérables is that it doesn't have as much of a bias as something like Blind Spotting, for example, would have. So it kind of... this helps and hurts it in many ways, So, like, it doesn't pack the punch that it could in many regards. Like, there's not a lot of, like, memorable moments that are super, like, wow, this is the thesis of the film is right here, But that also helps it in a lot of ways, because you can then spend more time thinking about it and really digesting all the moving parts. And for me, that helped it a lot. I really liked having that opportunity to really, really digest it and take the whole film in and kind of let my own thoughts like come to fruition with it. And I really, really enjoyed it. The acting is phenomenal. Like, it's all really good. Whether it's the mayor or Pink Pig or the child acting's also really solid. Issa especially really good. I really liked it. What are some of your thoughts, David? Because you actually watched this first and made sure that I saw it.
Yes, I was very excited for this. 2 thoughts that I had while watching this. I think this was my number 1 for a long time. Now it's my number 2, just since yesterday. But I think it's both of our number 2s of the year.
Correct.
And we're talking about both of our number 1s in our 3rd spot, which is actually really exciting. I feel like this is a much more realistic look at Training Day. Have you seen Training Day?
No.
Okay, so I could not stop thinking about Training Day while I watched this. And it also has that aspect of Sicario, where it follows around, like, the little boy and his father, who's the police officer in Sicario, and you're like, what is this story? Like, why are we seeing these, like, glimpses of, like, these characters that we haven't been introduced to yet? And then you see, like, the through line and why they were grounding those stories,
Yeah. Much like you mentioned with Devs, I would recommend don't look up the description of it, because it talks about a certain plot point that doesn't happen until, like, the end of the 2nd act in, like, its introduction to the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of be wary of that. Like, stuff goes down, but it's best to just have the film explain all that.
It's also, like, one of those movies where, like, I felt like pretty I don't want to say calm, but, like, almost like at ease, just like watching these people like go about, but like there are like certain things where it's like, what the fuck is this? And then they get into situations where it's like completely like, I would say edge of your seat if I was in a movie theater, but I was like on my couch, but like still edge of my couch, I guess. Moments where I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I feel like any outcome is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I also recommend. Also streaming on Amazon Prime right now. So if you have that, go watch it.
That third act, also fucking awesome. That was wild. I really, really enjoyed the end.
Fucking crazy, yeah.
This is a generic outro, unrelated to the movie review you just heard. We have no idea the content of it, so we're going to play it very straight and cool, just in case it was a serious movie.
You have 2 options in front of you on either hand, left and right. Click one of those. You also have one option, dead of center, to subscribe. It's always going to be that one. Click now.